Hello, this is Mr. Evilcheese, and this is my review of the 2015 Black Friday Skybound exclusive Walking Dead Alpha action figure made by McFarlane Toys. This figure was available, and is still available, on the Skybound website in their shop. It costs $25 plus shipping. They also have a black and white and bloody version, but I just got the color version. And this is a really new character, so it's kind of like when Negan came out like a couple years ago. It was really cool. They came out with a Negan so fast, even though he's a fairly new character at the time. And now Alpha's pretty new, and they just came out with a figure of her, so that's really awesome. You can see in the artwork they have a picture of her in her skin mask, and down there you can see she's taking her mask off. And there in the back you can see some more art. I really like these exclusive Skybound exclusive packaging. It's really cool looking. Well, let's open this up. So there she is out of the packaging, and I think she is really awesome. There's a couple little odd things about her. I'll go over that in a minute. But as for the sculpt, I think the sculpt is really nice. And the paint. Really glad they made a figure of her. Like, it's hard to believe that a character could be even more of a threat and more dangerous than Negan and the Governor, but I'm thinking she might actually accomplish that. I think she's already proven to be a very dangerous threat to the group. Like seriously, it might be a lot worse than Negan. She's ruthless, but I don't want to say she's evil. But I don't know, there's just something about her that's very intriguing, but very scary at the same time. And that's why I like her. In case you don't know, but I'm assuming you probably do since you're watching this, she's the leader of the Whisperers, and the Whisperers are a group that actually take the skins off of walkers and wear them as suits so that they can walk with the walkers and actually use the walkers to their advantage if they're attacking other people. And they are also very territorial. They don't like people going in their lands and killing off their walkers or obviously their people. But enough about the story. Let's go over the figure. I really like the sculpt and paint on the mask, because one thing I was worried about when they finally came out with the Whisperer figure is that it would just look like a zombie. And I think they pulled it off here because you can tell that it's a mask over a human face. It doesn't just blend in and look like a zombie face. Now you can see the stitching, like the shoelaces or string, whatever they use to sew up the back. So that's really cool. You can see her eyes through there. Looks like her eyes are a little crooked, the way they painted them on. There you can see her nostrils through the mask nostrils in their mouth. There you got her shirts. She's got like a tank top over a t-shirt, which is over a long sleeve shirt. I guess you need to wear lots of clothing so that the walkers don't see any exposed skin. I am a little confused about how it works though, because I thought they established that part of the disguise that Rick and Glenn used way back in Atlanta was the smell. Like the guts, they put them had a smell to it. But these guys clean their suits, these skin suits, and there wouldn't be a smell anymore. So really it's just that they look like a walker. Seems like the other walkers would smell them as just being human, but I don't know. You can see there's lots of cuts and slits in her pants and shirt with blood on them. I'm not sure what the deal is with that. I'm guessing she has walker skin from head to toe underneath of there, and that's what that is. You can see her like little dragon serpent infinity symbol, I guess. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be, but it's pretty cool looking. It's shown in the comics. Before you even realize who Alpha is, they show it on the cover of one of the comics. Close up of that little serpent belt there. There's a big ass double-barreled shotgun. And that's pretty cool. There's her bloody machete, which is actually a pretty important weapon in the comics, in the story of the comics. There's a look at the back. Some more cuts and slits in her pants with some blood. Maybe the clothes smell like the walkers. Maybe that's how it works. She also comes with an alternate head. And you can see she's completely bald. So I'll put that head on. You can see what it looks like. Here's one thing that I was saying is a little bit different about this figure. The peg that sticks out doesn't move. It's just stuck in place. So there's not a whole lot of articulation on the head. She can still turn side to side, but she can't look up and down, but I'll go over that in a minute. But yeah, that's just a little different. And it popped off really easily too. Didn't feel like it was going to break like some of the figures do. So there she is with her mask off. And I think they did a pretty good job of the sculpt on this one. I'm not sure what her expression is there. Just, I don't know. A little bit. She looks serious but concerned, maybe? I don't know. I thought on the preview she just looked pissed, but here, I don't know if it's pain or what, but she just looks kind of concerned about something. But still, I like the sculpt and the paint on this. It's really well done. Now here's what I was saying about the articulation at the head. It's just side to side on this one because of the way they made the pop-off head joint there. No up and down motion. Looks like the skin color on her face and head is a little bit different than her neck also. Now here's the other thing that's a little different from most of the other Walking Dead figures, is they got this little peg sticking out of the palm of her hand. And that's to go into this shotgun, which is kind of odd that they did that. I mean, I guess her hand wouldn't hold the shotgun, so they did this. I don't know why I don't get why they did that at all. Maybe because it's so big they didn't think it would just stay in her hand. I don't know, that's just weird. I hope they don't start doing that regularly. I don't like the peg in the hand. Because most of the Walking Dead figures can hold their weapons. It was only a few, like the recent comic Carl figure couldn't hold it. But most of the other ones can hold their weapons, so I don't know why they're doing this. But while we're at it, here's a look at the shotgun. Pretty plain. Almost looks a little too big to me, but I don't know, maybe not. And there's the bloody machete. Like I said, that's pretty important in the comics. Rick notices that she has a bloody machete and asks what that's about. And it's a pretty big deal what it's about. So here's a look at the rest of the articulation. Up at the shoulders. It's got a nice articulation up there. Then she can spin here at the elbow. Can also bend out about 90 degrees. Wrist articulation's nice. Spin. Cassette would be easier to do with one hand, but yeah, just her head just spins around. They can't look up and down at all. Doesn't really spin at the waist. No. Then at the hips here, she can kick way out. Go out to the side, do a split. You can spin here at the knee. About a 90 degree at the knee. You can even bend forward if you want it. Then down at the ankles it can spin. And is it tilt at all? Not very much. It doesn't really tilt. So she's basically got the Darrow articulation, other than the head isn't very articulated. So really well articulated figure. I'm happy with it. Other than the damn head. Now there's Alpha next to Negan and the Governor. Like I was saying, it's pretty hard to imagine someone being more dangerous and deadly than Negan and the Governor, but Alpha, I really think, is becoming just that. And she may have already proven it, based on what's happened recently in the comics. Now, I will say, I don't think she's as evil as the Governor. And Negan, I guess, it's hard to say if Negan's really evil. I think he kind of is, in a way, in a selfish kind of way. But I don't know. I don't think Alpha's so much evil as the other two. Despite me not considering her to be evil, I still think she's a bigger and more deadly threat than the other two there. And there she is with a mask real quick. Awesome. There she is next to a couple of the other badass female characters that are currently in the comics. Michonne and Andrea. Awesome. Looks like she's pretty much about the same height as them. There she is next to Rick Grimes and Carl Grimes. Now Carl and Rick here, their outfit and look are kind of outdated because Carl's a little bigger now and Rick looks a little different now, so this isn't really accurate to have them in those costumes next to her. And there she is next to Ezekiel and Jesus. Now Jesus is a little more accurate here because he's been wearing that costume recently. And here's Ezekiel. If you read the comic, you know there's a pretty important reason to have Ezekiel stand next to her. It's because she figured out that the stars on his shirts are scratching his sniff, and she likes to scratch them with her machete and sniff them. That's what happened. And there she is blending in with a bunch of walkers. Cool. And here's Alpha next to Glenn in his riot gear uniform. They never met, but I just thought I'd show them together because they got the matching bald heads. You can rub them together and maybe start a fire or something. So I really love this figure. It's a really awesome figure of Alpha. And she's still fairly new to comics. There's still, I think, still more story that's got to be revealed about her. But so far, she's made a really big impact in the comics. And I think it's awesome they came out with a figure so soon. It is really well done. I really like the articulation other than the head. And I like the paint. And I like the sculpt. And I like that you can switch the heads. And she's got some nice weapons, the bloody machete and a double-barrel shotgun. Although it's a little weird, they got that peg thing going on in their hands. I like that they got her little serpent belt buckle there. It's really cool. So I'm really happy with this figure. It's really awesome. I can't wait for them to make some more. From the comic series, we really need a Maggie. Updated Rick, updated Carl. There's updates. It's going to be hard to keep up with updates. As soon as they come out with a new Rick, new Carl, they'll need updated again. So, yeah. Well, this is Mr. Evilcheese. I love this figure. Get it on Skybound for $25 plus shipping. And, thanks for watching and goodbye. So if you're the Alpha, and I kill you in battle, then I can control your entire group. Yeah, pretty much. And then you'd have to put on a zombie skin suit and walk around with a bunch of walkers. Fuck that shit. I ain't walking around with stinky skin on, walking around a big old group of fucking stinky ass walkers, you stinky bastards. Rick can deal with this bullshit himself. I'm not stinky. Hey walkers, am I stinky? Am I stinky? Sniff, like that. Sniff, am I stinky? Stupid walkers. Sorry, Rick, I don't want to become the leader of the stinky kids. Hey, am I stinky? I mean, seriously, I can't get it out of my head now. Seriously, are we the stinky people? I mean, I don't want to be the stinky people. I mean, come on, smell it, smell me. Do I stink? Be honest, do I stink? I don't want to be the stinky people.
Oh, damn it, man. You see them other pictures there? Why don't you click on one of them to see the video? Or you could subscribe, Nate. Oh.